So here we have Quidditch salad. Hey there Potterpuffs, welcome back to my channel. We are in a completely different setting today because it's one of those videos where you just don't know how it's going to turn out. I'm doing my second DIY of the year. I've had so many different ideas, but this one just sprung to mind because it's something I've been meaning to do for so long, and we're finally going to do it. Now it really does depend on how long you've been following me on YouTube to know about this video idea. So last year I did a birthday video which was full of birthday gifts that you guys had sent me. One of the items that I received was an amazing picket which was handmade, and in the box as well I also got some recipes and a letter, and one of the recipes nobody else has done it, so that's why we are bringing it to life today on my channel. The lovely girl who sent me this package was Maracuja Cosplay, and her account is lovely. She makes amazing costumes and she wrote out these recipes. This is the piece of paper that she sent me last year with the recipes on. She decorated it all nicely, and we've got sorting hat cupcakes and Quidditch salad, and that's what we're making, Quidditch salad. Have you ever thought of making salad way more interesting by making it into a Quidditch pitch? Nor had I until I got this recipe. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notifications bell to become part of the magical Potterpuff community. I do so many different types of videos, so I'm sure you will find something that you love. Okay, so let's start with a you will need. Let's make this into a kind of children's craft show. So I've got a plate which is going to have the Quidditch pitch on it. Ready to eat iceberg lettuce. We have some tomatoes. Now I would have just got red, but I want to make some Quidditch stands of two different houses, Gryffindor and Hufflepuff. You can make this vegan, you can make this vegetarian, or if you're a meat eater like me, then you can buy some meat for it. And I went with some lemon, garlic and herb chicken, some cheddar cheese. Cheese is life, and here is the cheese. Oh, I don't know what you could use actually if you don't eat cheese. But anyway, here's the cheese. We have Italian breadsticks. Cucumber is integral to this recipe, and this is the part I'm most worried about doing because it involves precision. You never know when I film these videos. The magic is we just don't know if it's going to be a fail video or a success. We then have, as one of the last items, some mozzarella balls, which are for the Quidditch stands, but also we're going to use one as the quaffle. Cocktail sticks, very, very important to put together our Quidditch hoops. An onion because I like it. So there we are, we're ready to start. Here's our surface area. You will need some knives. I've got my colourful knives next to me. We'll start with the cucumber, following this picture very intently. So I'm going to cut off, if you've got a wonky kind of cucumber that's got a thinner end, just chop that part off. So let's cut that now. Okay, so you should end up with a large chunk of cucumber like this, and then I'm just going to chop it in half very carefully. I'm then going to quarter it. I'm now cutting 6 rings for the Quidditch hoops and 2 more for luck in case we mess one up. And then you'll need to cut a couple more lengths of long cucumber so you've got your 6 stands. So in the time lapse there, I thought it was important that I tried to make a hoop just to make sure that I could actually do it. It's actually really simple, so you will be able to do this. Here we have the first one. The cucumber needs to be flat bottom, so make sure you chop straight along the bottom. If it doesn't stand up, chop again, but just be careful not to chop too much off. Stick in a cocktail stick, and then you use a round piece of cucumber which you carefully cut a ring out of. Okay, be careful, and if you are a child or younger Potterpuff, make sure you get an adult to help you. The hoops are done. It's going really well because that was going to be the hard bit. So we've done that. They stand up, which is really, really good. So let's move on to now making the Hufflepuff and Gryffindor I was going to say goalposts, Quidditch stands. This involves some of my favourite things. So we've got some mozzarella balls, and you also need 2 red tomatoes, 2 yellow. Pick the roundest out of the pack because that will make your life easier. And now I'm going to halve them. There we go, nice and neatly cut. So you just need 4, but if you want to use more cheese, then get more out. So we'll go tomato, mozzarella ball, tomato, 2 mozzarella balls. No, just keep going evenly between the 2. So here's a Gryffindor one. If you want to make them taller, I'm going to add this to the recipe. Stick in another cocktail stick into the top of your mozzarella ball and continue the pattern. Is it going to stand? I think so. It stands just about. So here we have our Gryffindor Tower one. We had some issues making the Quidditch stands. So the tomato ones would not stand up. So I actually just started from scratch. So make sure you've got some spare ingredients when you do this. Also make sure that you get the cocktail stick straight because that can mean it's gonna stand up or it's not. And in my case, it was tilting and it was quite difficult to sort out. Now it stands up. So we have 2 kind of leaning Gryffindor towers. Hufflepuff went swimmingly, which is lucky because I didn't have many yellow tomatoes. It's going to be a little bit of a balancing act, but there you go, they all stand up, so do the Quidditch hoops. So we're on to a winner. The next tricky part is going to be the broomsticks. I'm going to get that out of the way because after that it's easy, we can finish it off, it's going to look amazing. So let's get the last hurdle done. I only ate 2 mozzarella balls when I was making that last time lapse. Open up your breadsticks. I love breadsticks, I'm excited for this. Okay, so it's up to you how many broomsticks you make, how much cheese you want to use. That is your call. So we got our broomsticks. I'm going to cut them, bearing in mind I'm just following a picture. Back here. So they're about this long. We then get my favourite thing, which is cheese. And yes, I'm going to eat a slice. Do not judge me. You're going to chop it in half. Or break it, and if you break it, you eat it. So it crumbles as you put it around. I guess that's fine because it looks like broomstick, but I'm gonna have to make cucumber to go around it. This is all getting quite technical now. We managed it, we made a broom. So you cut the cheese into kind of strips and you put them on the mat whilst you kind of tie on the ribbon. It's really quite difficult to do, but I'm happy with that attempt because it looks like a ragged broom. Don't get too worried about this. As long as it looks kind of like a broom, it'll be fine. And I'm only going to make 2 of these. We now have kind of stuff everywhere. So let's make the second one. If you press on the cheese rather than kind of going backwards and forwards, it stops it splitting as much. So I'm going to do that. Place the parts roughly around it. Oh yeah, lift it up so that you can put the ribbon underneath. That would be a good idea. Arrange them, tie it up with string, ribbon, whatever you fancy, because the cucumber idea didn't work for someone like me who just, I don't have the patience. Pull it quite hard, but not too hard that it splits all the cheese. We're going to quit whilst we're ahead with that and go with it. And then cut down your ribbon or string or whatever. 2 brooms are done, fine, happy. Now it's the important part. So we've got the plate, make sure it's nice and clean. It's time to put down the grass. I don't know how much I need, I don't think this much. I know, it works, gives it a bit of atmosphere. We also have to balance everything, which is something I don't have much patience for, but let's give it a go. Bury it in your iceberg lettuce, if that makes things easier for you. We have one. That one's the wrong size. Oh dear. This is where things can get very interesting, when all the Quidditch towers start sticking to things, falling over. We never have swearing on my channel, but this could be the video to do it, who knows. Pat around a bit of iceberg lettuce because that will try and hold things in place. We can tidy it up in a minute. So there you have the first three. We're now balancing on big middle post. The concentration is real. It's hard to talk, film and do this. If iceberg lettuce gets stuck to the bottom, it may make them fall over like that. So try and make sure the bottoms are clear so that you can do this properly. Okay, good, love it, great. So let's put on now the onion, sprinkle on. You don't have to use onion, you can use whatever you want in your salad. This is the beauty of it. But I like onion, so that's why I'm using it. Try not to touch your goalposts as you do this, which is a bit tricky. You could make this into a Caesar salad if you wanted, pretend the pitch had snow on it, that'd be cool. Got a bit just hanging from my finger. The next tricky part, actually, let's use the chicken. I really want to taste this, definitely. So that's good. Cut or rip the chicken into little parts, make them quite small so they don't take away from what we're doing here. Try and cover over the chicken a little bit so that it looks really nice and grassy. This could be bits of mud, use your imagination. But who actually said diets need to be boring if you can eat this for dinner? I mean, it's not the quickest to prep, but it's great. All we have left now is really our Quidditch towers, which I'm a bit nervous about putting on. Hufflepuff, you need to stand with pride. I also need to take a photo of this before it all falls over. Don't knock anything over, Gryffindor. You have been difficult. Gryffindor has caused a lot of trouble today. Okay, we're on to a winner. We'll put a cheesy broom that side, a cheesy broom the other side, and that's done. That is done. I'm not moving that to show you, but I'm going to do a close-up so that you can see it really well. I can't believe I've done a successful DIY. Wait, Quidditch towers are falling over. So here we have Quidditch salad. We have got our hoops. We have got our brooms, which was the hardest part. Inside the Quidditch pitch, we've got chicken and lettuce with a mozzarella quaffle. You have our Hufflepuff towers, our Gryffindor towers, and our other green hoops. Doesn't that look cool? You could even stand your Lego figures in it. Here's Cedric Diggory right outside. He looks great outside my Quidditch pitch. So I really hope you've enjoyed watching this DIY video, Potterpuffs. I think it's turned out amazing. There's nothing that could have gone much better other than the broomsticks. I've got my Quidditch Cedric outside. I'm totally taking a picture for Instagram, which if you don't already, make sure you head over and follow me on. And this is just so great because I've made my lunch for tomorrow whilst making a video. It's a win-win situation. Leave me a comment down below, let me know what you think, and if you knew that would happen, plan on making this DIY yourself. There's so much more to come, everything's falling over now, but I hope you've had a great time watching me. Give this video a big thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and I will see you very soon.